The divorce papers slid across the marble table. Emma's hands trembled. Her husband's mistress stood beside him, one hand on her pregnant belly, the other wrapped around his arm. "Sign it," he said coldly. "You were always just a maid, pretending to be a wife." The lawyer smirked. Emma looked at the contract. 0 assets, 0 custody. Everything she'd sacrificed, erased. If you love stories like this, subscribe now. Her tears dried. Something inside her went silent, cold. She picked up the pen, but that wasn't how this began. 3 years earlier, Emma had been different, bright, ambitious, a patent engineer with offers from tech giants across the country. Then she met Daniel Chen at a company mixer. He was charming, broke, working security at a startup. "I'll build something great one day," he promised, "but I need someone who believes in me." She believed. When his mother got sick, Emma used her savings for the surgery. When his business idea needed capital, she handed over her patent, the algorithm she'd spent 4 years developing. "We're a team," he'd whispered. "What's yours is ours." The patent became Chemtech Solutions. Daniel became CEO. Emma became pregnant. "You should stay home now," his mother said at dinner one night. "A working mother. That's neglectful." Daniel nodded slowly. Emma quit her job the next week. Nobody thanked her. The humiliation started small. Daniel's mother inspecting her cooking. "Too salty. My son deserves better." Daniel's sister commenting on her weight during pregnancy. "You're really letting yourself go." Daniel saying nothing, doing nothing, just scrolling his phone while they tore her apart. After their daughter Sophie was born, it got worse. Emma woke at 3 a.m. for feedings, cooked breakfast by 6, cleaned while the baby napped. Daniel came home at midnight, reeking of perfume. "Client dinner," he'd say. His mother moved in, took over Sophie's room. "You sleep on the couch. I need to be near my granddaughter." Emma slept on the couch. At Sophie's first birthday party, Daniel's colleagues filled their home. Emma served food, cleaned plates, smiled until her face hurt. One of the wives pulled her aside. "I saw your husband at Nobu last week with a woman. She was young, they were very close." Emma's hands went cold. "Must have been a colleague," she whispered. The woman's pitying smile said everything. That night, Emma checked his phone while he showered. Messages from N, thousands of them. "Miss you already. Can't wait for our weekend trip." She suspects nothing, right? Emma's hands shook. She put the phone back exactly where she found it. She said nothing. 2 years passed like this. Emma became invisible, a ghost in her own home. Daniel's mother called her the help in front of guests. Sophie started calling Daniel's assistant Mama Nancy. Emma bit her tongue until it bled. Chemtech Solutions went public. Daniel's face covered business magazines. Self-made CEO revolutionizes industry. The patent, her patent, made him worth $50 million. She saw $0. Then came the day that shattered everything. Emma was 8 months pregnant with their second child. Shopping for dinner ingredients at the market, she saw Daniel's car. Their car, technically, though he never let her drive it anymore. It was parked outside an elementary school. She watched Sophie climb out. Watched Daniel's assistant Nancy kiss him. Watched Sophie call her mommy. Emma's vision blurred. She started walking toward them, then stopped. Her water broke, right there, middle of the parking lot. She called Daniel, straight to voicemail. Called again. Nothing. A stranger, an elderly woman, helped her into a taxi, held her hand in the emergency room. "Where's your family?" the nurse asked. Emma had no answer. The baby boy was born premature, complications. He needed immediate surgery. $50,000. Emma called Daniel 17 times. Each one went to voicemail. She sold her grandmother's ring, the only thing she had left. The surgery happened. The baby survived, barely. Emma held him alone in the NICU. No husband, no family, just machines beeping and her silent tears. Daniel showed up 3 days later. Nancy was with him. "Sorry," he said. "Big client merger." You understand?" He didn't even look at the baby. Emma's hands clenched around the hospital bed rail. "What should we name him?" she asked quietly. Daniel shrugged. "Whatever you want, I have to go." The baby, she named him Lucas, stayed in NICU for 6 weeks. Emma visited daily, alone. Daniel came twice, both times with Nancy, who kept touching his arm, giggling at his jokes, acting like Emma didn't exist. The nurses noticed. One pulled Emma aside. "Honey, you deserve better than this." Emma just nodded. Words felt impossible. Lucas came home on a Tuesday. Daniel wasn't there. His mother took one look at the baby and said, "He's small, weak, not like Sophie." Emma clutched Lucas tighter. That night she overheard Daniel's mother on the phone. "He's probably going to divorce her soon. Nancy's pregnant too, you know. Better genes, better family background. Emma's just a parasite now." She still didn't know Emma was listening. 3 months later, Daniel didn't even pretend anymore. He brought Nancy to family dinners, introduced her as his business partner. His mother doted on her. Sophie sat on Nancy's lap. Emma served the food and ate alone in the kitchen. "Where's Mommy?" Sophie asked once. "The maid's eating," Daniel's mother replied. Sophie was 4 years old. She nodded and kept eating. Emma's hands trembled as she washed dishes, but something inside her was changing, hardening, going cold and clear like ice. The final destruction came on Lucas's first birthday. No party, no celebration. Daniel announced it at breakfast. "I want a divorce." His mother smiled. Nancy was there, naturally. "I'm keeping Sophie, the house, everything. You'll get nothing." Emma looked at him. This man she'd sacrificed everything for. "Nothing," she repeated quietly. "Nothing," he confirmed. "You have no job, no money, no skills except cooking and cleaning. What judge would give you custody?" His mother laughed. Nancy touched her belly. 5 months pregnant now, everyone knew. Emma thought about the patent, the $50 million company built on her work, the 3 years of humiliation, the loneliness. The baby she'd delivered while her husband kissed another woman. She thought about Sophie calling Nancy Mommy, about Lucas growing up in this house where his mother was treated like dirt. She made a decision. "Fine," she said. "I'll sign the divorce papers. On one condition." Daniel leaned back, smirking. "You're not in a position to negotiate." Emma met his eyes. "I want to visit Sophie once a week. That's all." Daniel laughed. "Deal. Nancy will be a better mother anyway." The papers came the next day. Emma read them carefully. Daniel got everything: house, car, company shares, custody of both children. Emma got nothing, literally nothing, not even her clothes. "There's a mistake," the lawyer said smugly. "This says I get 0 assets." "No mistake," he replied. "You brought nothing to this marriage. You leave with nothing." Emma looked at Nancy, gloating in the corner, at Daniel's mother, already planning the new family photos, at Daniel himself, so confident, so certain he'd won. She remembered that elderly woman at the market, the one who'd helped her when she was pregnant and alone, the one whose grandson had shown up at the hospital in an expensive suit, asking questions about Emma, the one who'd left her a business card that said, "Few Corporation, founder and CEO." The old man had died 2 weeks ago. His lawyer had visited Emma. "You saved his life that day at the market," he'd said. "He wanted to thank you. There's an inheritance." Emma had been too destroyed to care. Now she pulled the papers from her bag, read them again. 40% controlling shares of Fu Corporation. Estimated value, $2 billion. Condition, must marry heir within 1 year to unlock remaining 15%. She'd thought it was a joke, some cosmic cruelty, but the lawyer's number was real. She'd called yesterday. "Is this real?" "Very real, Ms. Emma. Mr. Fu saw something in you. Said you had the eyes of someone who understands sacrifice. He wants you to lead his company. His grandson agrees." Daniel was still talking. "Sign it, Emma. Stop wasting our time." Emma picked up the pen, signed her name, watched Daniel's triumphant smile. His mother popped champagne. Nancy kissed him. Sophie colored in the corner, oblivious. Lucas slept in Emma's arms. "One more thing," Emma said quietly. Everyone looked at her. "This goes into effect in 3 days, right?" The lawyer nodded. 3 days, Emma repeated. She looked at Daniel. "See you at the Fu Corporation shareholders meeting. I hear you've been trying to get them to invest in Chemtech. Good luck with that." She walked out. Nobody stopped her. Nobody understood. Not yet. Emma spent those 3 days preparing. She met with Fu Corporation's legal team, reviewed every contract Chemtech Solutions had, found what she was looking for. 85% of Daniel's business relied on Fu Corporation's resources, patents, and distribution networks. Without them, Chemtech would collapse in months. She also discovered something else. Her original patent, the one Daniel claimed as his own, was still registered under her maiden name. She'd never legally transferred it. In the chaos of marriage and pregnancy, the paperwork had been forgotten. Daniel had committed patent fraud. She had evidence, emails, timestamps, everything. The shareholders' meeting arrived. Emma wore a black suit, hair pulled back, no makeup needed. She looked like what she was, a woman who'd stopped asking permission. Daniel was there with Nancy, his mother, his entire executive team. They were pitching their expansion plan. $200 million investment from Fu Corporation will let us dominate the Asian market, Daniel announced confidently. The board members listened politely. Then the door opened. Emma walked in. Daniel's face went white. "What are you doing here?" Emma took her seat at the head of the table. "I'm the new chairman of Fu Corporation, 55% controlling shareholder." Silence. Absolute silence. Daniel's mouth opened, closed. "That's impossible." Emma opened her folder. "Mr. Chen, I've reviewed your proposal. Fu Corporation will not be investing in Chemtech Solutions. In fact, we're terminating all existing contracts, effective immediately." Daniel stood up, shaking. "You can't do this." "I can," Emma said calmly. "Also, our legal team will be filing a patent infringement lawsuit. The algorithm your entire company is built on. It's mine. Always has been." Nancy gasped. Daniel's mother started shouting. The security guards moved forward. Emma raised one hand. "Take them out, quietly." They were escorted out. Daniel screaming threats, Nancy crying, his mother demanding to see someone in charge. Emma was in charge now. Over the next months, she didn't gloat, didn't celebrate, just worked. She rebuilt Chemtech's legitimate competitors, hired the best engineers, invested in innovation, created something real, not built on stolen work, but genuine talent. Fu Corporation thrived under her leadership. Daniel lost everything. The company collapsed. His investors sued. Nancy left him for someone richer. His mother stopped calling. Sophie. Emma got shared custody. The girl started calling her Mom again. Lucas grew up knowing his mother was strong, unbreakable. Emma stood in her office one night, city lights below. Her phone buzzed, Daniel's number. She blocked it. Some people deserved silence, not explanation. She'd learned that the hard way. Through every humiliation, every sacrifice, every moment she'd been invisible. Now she was impossible to ignore. The elderly woman's grandson, her fiancé now, though they were taking it slow, brought coffee. "Still working?" he asked gently. Emma smiled, a real smile. "Just finishing up." He kissed her temple. "You earned all of this, you know. Not because of inheritance, because you never broke." Emma looked at her reflection in the window. She'd been crushed, discarded, told she was worthless, but she'd also been watching, learning, waiting, and when the moment came, she'd taken back everything they'd stolen. Not through luck or revenge, but through the quiet, cold calculation of someone who'd learned to survive. "I know," she said softly. "I know."